I don't think it's an option anymore to be a business owner and not have some sort of identity online. It's a very uncertain path. You don't know how much money you're gonna make tomorrow. I wonder if I can do this for other people, and I wonder if I can get more clients. I didn't just start off freelancing as a video editor. I actually started off as... Okay, I am a little nervous, not going to lie. I haven't been on YouTube. Actually, I haven't made a sit-down YouTube video in ever. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Kim, and this is my amazing little boy, Luca. I love to talk about what I do for a living. I love to, make educative and informative videos. For example, this one's gonna be very educative, at least I hope so. But on this channel, I just want to post about myself, about my travels. I'm also learning French, so I would like to post some videos about me, like learning the language and all of that. It might be a little bit all over the place, but that's me, and that's who I am. Today, I thought that I would make a video answering the question that I get asked the most, which is, how did I become a full-time video editor? So please get cozy, grab a drink, grab a snack, put me on in the background like a podcast if you want to, because this is gonna be a little bit of a yappy kind of video. I'm gonna go down memory lane for a little bit. I think it's important for me to give the full backstory for you to really understand my background and the jobs that I've had and how everything that I did in the past led to where I am now and what I do now. Let's get going. Ever since I was really little, I've always been a really creative person. I have literally been making videos since I was about 10 years old. I would play with my dolls and I would record myself playing with my dolls, and then I would post them on YouTube. So those videos are still out there somewhere in the YouTube world. I hope nobody ever finds them. And then at a certain point when I was about 13 or 14, I had a gaming channel where I would make Minecraft videos and I would also play The Sims, and I would record myself playing these games with my friends, and then I would post them on YouTube. So recording videos and filming myself and sort of documenting my life has been something that I've been doing since I was really little, and I still do to this day. I say that because although I think that anybody can learn video editing literally at any point in their life, I think it's important to know for my personal and specific story that this has been a craft that I have been practicing and honing at and trying to be really good at since I was really little, and I didn't even know at that time that it would lead to this, but here we are now. My start with video editing didn't start with video editing, so I didn't just get a video editing job somewhere. I didn't just start off freelancing as a video editor. I actually started off as a photographer. I bought my first camera in 2020. I bought the Sony a5000, and I was determined to make it as a photographer. So when I started doing freelance photography, I was doing every kind of photography. I was doing weddings, I was doing birthdays, baby showers, literally anything you could think of, I probably did it. However, photography did not pay the bills all the way, and I was still working a normal 9 to 5. I was working as a receptionist in a Holiday Inn hotel, actually. I was also doing grocery delivery for Walmart from time to time. While I was working as a receptionist, I really tried to make it a full-time thing for me, but it just never became one, and it was just not paying enough for me to be able to quit my normal 9 to 5. But during this time in my life, I was around 21, 22 years old, and this is when I started to go clubbing, and this is when I realized something about myself. I realized that I love the club. I love to party. I'm a party girl. I love music, and so I would go out a lot. Now, what am I bringing this up for? Because when I would go out to the clubs, I would notice that there would be club photographers at the clubs, and I thought to myself, I was like, maybe this is something that I could do as well. I'm already doing everything else. Why not try club photography? It seems so much more creative to me, and it was just in a completely different environment. It was dark, it was at night, it was with DJs, it was with music, which I love, so I really wanted to give club photography a try, and so I did. I started working as basically a full-time club photographer, and I was actually able to quit my receptionist job and then just do club photography and also Walmart deliveries. This is the point in my photography career where my clubbing clients started asking me for more than just photo work, and they also wanted me to give them video work. So this is when video work gets introduced into my world as an actual paid gig and not just me making like my own videos for myself. And of course, when you record something for a client, they also want you to edit the video for them. So this is kind of sort of where editing started coming into the picture for me. However, I was still not doing any YouTube work or any influencer related work. I was just working with clubs and making little recap videos for them and working with DJs and making like hype videos for them. I started to get really into the videography, cinematic kind of world, and I would write my own short film sometimes and like cast myself as the actress and write a little script, and I would film and edit it myself, and and then I would post that on Instagram. It had already been about a year of me working doing nightlife photography and videography, and it was also around this time when my sister sent me a DM, and the DM was a story that she had shared with me of an influencer that was looking for a YouTube editor, and this influencer's name is Jessica Udith. Jessica was the start of me as a video editor, and I'm forever grateful to her. But basically, this girl Jessica posted on her story that she was looking for a video editor. My sister sends it to me, and she's like, Kim, you could totally do this. I think you should reach out to her. And I was like, I mean, I know that I could totally do it, but I have literally no work to show, and I have no portfolio to show her. But you know what? I decided I was still gonna send her an email, and so I did. And to my surprise, Jessica got back to me, and I edited a sample video for her, and me and Jessica worked together after that for about a year. I was her YouTube editor. So that is how I got my first paid YouTube client. While I was working with Jessica, I really noticed just how much I loved editing and how much I loved YouTube editing, and how it was just kind of like a way for me to express my storytelling skills through video and through the editing work that I was doing. And so I thought to myself, I was like, I wonder if I can do this for other people, and I wonder if I can get more clients. So what I did then was that literally every single day I would sit down with my laptop, not this one but an older one that I had at the time, and I would outreach. I would email like 10 YouTubers a day. I would basically say, hey, I'm interested in working with you. This is my work that I've done for Jessica. She was my only client at the time. And then I would also send them like my photos and the short form films that I had made. And I would hear back from no one until within one of the people that I was outreaching to, Paloma was in there. Paloma is an influencer who's known for her TikTok content, and I sent Paloma an email, and I am still, to this day, Paloma's video editor. While I was working with Paloma, I decided to start posting my work for her on TikTok. I would just record the parts where you could obviously see that there was editing work done and where the graphics would show up. I would record several snippets of that and then post it on TikTok. And these videos actually got a lot of attention, and like 2 or 3 of them went viral. And then other creators ended up finding those videos and they started reaching out to me. And since then, it's been 3 years of me working as a full-time video editor, and now I'm trying to, build a personal brand around myself and tie my business to that, because now it's not only just me editing. I actually have a video editing agency now called KD Media, and I work with 2 other editors who, help me take on more work. But yeah, that's a little bit of my story and how I got to be where I am now, working as a full-time video editor. But to answer the question that I get asked the most, which is not only how did I become a video editor, but how can you become a video editor? I think the advice that I would give to anyone is that, number 1, you need to be patient. It did take me 3 years. This didn't just happen overnight, and I think it's really important to be patient when you're freelancing, because freelancing it's a hard path to go down, and it's a very uncertain path. You don't know how much money you're gonna make tomorrow. So I think that it's important to be patient, and whatever you do, just keep going. The more momentum that you build and the more you just keep going at it, the better your chances are at going full time with this. My second piece of advice would be to do outreach. Make a list of people whose content you like, or a list of people who you want to work with, and reach out to them. DM them, email them, follow up even when they don't reply. And if they don't reply, whatever, move along to the next person. You only need 1 yes or 2. In my case. My third piece of advice is post. Post. I don't think it's an option anymore to be a business owner and not have some sort of identity online. I think that you're doing yourself a huge disservice if you are a freelancer of any sort, graphic designer, photography, video editor, whatever it may be, and you're not posting your work online. I think you're doing yourself a huge disservice, and you're keeping yourself away from people that could possibly want your services, and they just don't know that you exist. I'm like the biggest believer in the word momentum, which I have already said so many times in this video, but I think that a lot of the times we as humans just stop ourselves from doing something. Like, for example, I didn't feel like getting up from my bed and making this YouTube video, but I knew that the momentum this video would create is eventually going to lead me to more clients. And I think it's all just about that, just about taking one tiny step that then leads to taking another tiny step that then leads to another tiny step, and then all those tiny steps accumulate to being enough so that something is able to happen for you. And I think that's what happened with me. I think that I just took tiny step after tiny step, and eventually it led to something. So that's my piece of advice to you. I hope that this video was insightful and that you took something away from it. Please let me know if you have any other questions. I want to make many more videos like this, you know, about my life and about what I do for work and make days in my lives and stuff like that. I just, at the moment, don't really have the most aesthetic place that does keep me away from making videos, even though it shouldn't. But let me know what other kind of videos you'd like to see. Let me know if you have any questions. I would love to answer them, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.